Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a bit of a quick video. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a Louis Vuitton bag, which is a limited edition from an older collection and where I got it from. And then I also have another item that I actually got at Christmas time and I totally forgot to even show you guys. If you are new to my channel and you do like luxury, as to whether you like to hear about luxury deep dive investigative type videos, which I have been doing now on my channel, or as to whether you just like luxury hauls or unboxings, I do all of that on this channel. So if you aren't subscribed, I would love if you would hit the subscribe button below and also the bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. I had kind of taken a bit of a break from YouTube, but otherwise my schedule is kind of every weekend, and then I might put up a midweek upload every now and then as well. I do try my best to keep to the weekend schedule at the very least. So, all right, I have a Louis Vuitton handbag reveal here. Now, I think you probably kind of already got the gist that on my channel, when I am doing unboxings, I don't always tend to give you the full detail of where I got it from, because I already have that kind of information of the places that I have bought from and had good experiences with in other dedicated videos, like my Hermes video, places I buy Hermes bags, my Chanel video, which I hope is already up by now. It should be, it definitely should be, because I filmed that a while ago, but that's a dedicated video on the places that I've actually bought Chanel bags. So I haven't really done one for Louis Vuitton per se, but I think that in terms of like Chanel, some of those sellers also do Louis Vuitton anyway. I could kind of maybe do like a generic overview video of where I tend to buy luxury items. If you guys want me to do that, then I can. But yeah, in this particular video, I am going to tell you where I got this from. Plus, I also wanted to give a bit of a more personal experience with buying from her, because she is in my recommended list of sellers for Chanel. And I just wanted you guys to have one kind of video to kind of refer back to where, you know, is a personal experience. So yeah, okay. Louis Vuitton bag. This is actually a old release bag. So it's a limited edition. It's from a seasonal collection. I did kind of tease a while back that I wanted to get something in this, because I did have it in the cosmetic pouch, but I bought it from Louis Vuitton in Australia, but I ended up returning it because I was like, I'm not going to use this as a cosmetic pouch. So I ended up sending that back, and then I kind of had FOMO ever since that I was going to miss out on it forever. But Sasha from Global Luxe Closet had this item. I picked it up actually earlier on in the year, but I just haven't got around to unboxing it yet. Okay, so this is the card from her. She wrote me a little nice note on the back. So on the front it says, "Hello, thank you so much for your support at Global Luxe Closet." And then she's got her own kind of sticker here for her brand, for her business. Global Luxe Closet. You won't be able to tell by the size of it, but you're welcome to put your guesses in the description bar. What is it that you think that I got from Louis Vuitton? Because I don't buy much from Louis Vuitton anymore. I think because I spent so much time in my teens buying Louis Vuitton, working hard to buy Louis Vuitton, and then my early 20s I was still into Louis Vuitton, and then it kind of just fizzled out because I just spent like maybe a decade just buying mostly Louis Vuitton. So I don't buy much anymore. But when something speaks to me, then I'm pretty keen. When I was like, wow, I have to have it. And that was a bit like this collection, but I just wanted to make sure I kind of got something that at least I could sort of use. Even though I may not use it a lot, at least it's something I could use more than a cosmetic pouch, in my opinion. I got, ta-da, the Sac Plat from the Sunrise collection, which, was it last year, 2022 or 2021? Can't remember. It might have been maybe a late 2021 or an early 2022. Then after the Sunrise collection, they had the Stardust collection, which is another collection that I kind of am feeling that FOMO that I have now missed out. So I've been looking for something in the Stardust collection that I think that I would use. I know that this color is something that I might not get a lot of use from. I've owned it for a few months already and haven't even used it once yet, but at least I kind of feel because it's a bag, I have a better chance of potentially actually sometimes using it. It doesn't really fit a heck of a lot. I already watched some reviews on YouTube for what it fits. So I've got the iPhone 14, which is like just the Pro, the iPhone 14 Pro, not the Plus. And that fits inside. It's got a pop socket at the back, so it kind of makes it a bit bulky. And it's that, and like a card holder is pretty much all that's going to fit in here. Like you have space for a card and a key holder and like a lip gloss on the side. That's all that's going to fit in this bag. So it is pretty darn small. It is purely, literally essentials only. However, at least it fits a phone. I feel like as long as your bag fits a phone, it has a purpose. But if it doesn't fit a phone, it's just it's just kind of an unpurposeful accessory that's kind of silly. I was going to use a different word, but I decided to tone it down a bit. It's kind of silly, the bags that don't fit your phone. But I kind of also get it too, because I might sometimes want to use a bag that doesn't fit my phone just for the look of it. But I don't think I've owned any. Unless you count those bag charms from In a Bag Shop, then they definitely don't fit your phone. Looking at my collection, no. All my bags actually fit a phone, which is great. They all fit a phone. So all my bags can be used. Yeah, so the Petite Sac Plat, the retail on this when it was out was actually 2,750 Australian dollars, which was pretty fairish in my opinion. It's a canvas, but you know, it's got the print on it. You can kind of see how this has got like this sort of shiny look to it, the print, the monogram and the giant monogram. You can see how it's got this beautiful ombre. You see that how it is canvas because you can see that texture to it. So 2,750 I feel like is okay, considering now Louis Vuitton has gone up a lot in price. That price point back then in that era of Louis Vuitton, which I think was still that early 2022, things were kind of okay-ish still, but now Louis Vuitton has gotten pretty expensive for what it is. I think that their canvas bags are getting a bit pricey for what they are, but they're obviously still trying to maintain that they're a luxury brand. Me as a consumer, I also think, well, if you're going to be charging me about $4,000 for a canvas bag, $5,000 even, I would then rather consider other options. Like, yeah, I would then rather go down the Chanel handbag route, and I would actually prefer to get my Chanel handbag like vintage or, you know, pre-loved from Japan and get a leather bag. Or I'd rather just keep saving and building that money towards an Hermes bag, you know? And even other Hermes bags you can get that are around that price point. Like the Pinkerton is even less than like some of the Louis Vuitton canvas bags, and it's made of leather, like, which is those Pinkertons back there. Like, there's so many Hermes bags that are made of leather that I feel like you're just getting more value in that price point, because the leather is the kind of material that you can refurbish easier. It can be sparred easily. But yeah, like, there are so many complexities with canvas that in terms of like its durability now, it is just not like it used to be. And you have to kind of keep that in mind, is that the canvas is not like it used to be. Even though, that being said, this canvas actually feels really good. Like, this feels so much like stiffer and firmer in terms of canvas compared to like my other canvas pieces. Let me get like a mini pochette and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this, you can kind of, maybe you can see it. I mean, it's hard to kind of show on a camera, but I'm going to do my very best. But there is a lot of firmness to this. And yes, it is, well, it's lined, and it's lined in like, I'd say that this is like a textile sort of fabric. It's got like a, if you can hear that, you hear that it's got like a texture to it. So that is an indicator that it's a fairly rigid kind of fabric. Now, I assume it might have handbag stays inside, which is like a kind of cardboard-ish kind of thing that they put inside. But yeah, that being said, there is a lot of firmness to it that wouldn't be established just by making an outside stitch. As you can see, this is an outside stitched handbag. That would attribute towards the structure of the bag, but it still doesn't completely make it a firm kind of bag. Like, even with structure to your bag, you'd still feel some kind of like softness. Like, whereas you compare to the mini pochette, it has that lining inside, but there's like, look at that, I could poke my finger because it is so soft and malleable. Like, back in the day, Louis Vuitton canvas, you couldn't do that. It was firm. Like, you could kind of bend it a bit, but it wasn't in the way where you could literally like just poke it like that and it would be as although you're going through fabric. It just wasn't like that back in the day. And that's when I first got into Louis Vuitton as a teen, that all their products were really well made. They were superb. I was buying Louis Vuitton bags for a long time as a younger person, and the quality is so different. It's like night or day now. It's pretty well made. The canvas feels really good. It doesn't feel like my monogram canvas that I have for more recent pieces. This is actually a leather strap, although, so it's a coated leather strap, whereas the Sac Plat and the monogram is like vachetta leather, but it's been treated. So this would be the cowhide leather, but it's actually been painted. dyed, whatever you want to say. And then it's got a beautiful pinky purple mauve sort of edge glazing on it. So it was kind of a no-brainer that if I was to find something again in this collection, I had to kind of tick boxes in terms of a bag that I could actually use, but also a price point that I was okay with as well. So this, like I said, the retail, I think I said that, was $2,750. I paid under the retail around about $2,200 Australian, buying it from Sasha at Global Luxe Closet. So it was actually below retail. So that's an even bigger bonus that it was under the retail price. So I got a brand new bag, unused, with the receipt as well. So I got the receipt. Like, it came as a full set as though I bought it from the store, and I paid under the retail, so I'm absolutely cheering. I definitely recommend, if you're thinking about the sack Plat, to just watch some reviews on YouTube, because I think that's going to be your best indicator. Save Global Luxe Closet, her website, to your tab in Safari or Chrome, whatever, and refresh every now and then so you can see if she's adding new products, because her pricing is really, really good. And then as well, her Instagram, follow her there. The other thing to note is that she only accepts bank transfer, and I know that can be a bit problematic for people, but I went into the purchase because I knew who had already bought from her. I knew a handful of ladies that bought from her and had great experiences. So she was kind of recommended to me. I think I came across her and then I checked her out. I came across her page before, like ages ago, for Chanel, but then I asked around in some of the luxury groups and I got references for her, and people had shared like fabulous experiences with her. So I kind of already knew that I was going into the purchase like fairly safely. Even though I tend to say don't use bank transfer if you can avoid it, I feel like you can make some exceptions when you can really vet the business and you know that the business is legit and has a really good like review rating and all that sort of stuff. Those are the things that you can kind of, if you can vet them, then you can get that more peace of mind. If you don't even know the business, you don't know anyone who's dealt with them, you can't find reviews anywhere on luxury Facebook groups, Trustpilot, anything, then don't just pay bank transfer. I feel like that's kind of silly when people do that. I feel like you've got to use your own due diligence, do your research. Like, the internet is there to do all your research now. It's not like back in the day where you didn't have that. And the other item I wanted to show you that I actually got a while back as well, actually at Christmas time, from my husband and my kids. And I had it sitting on like my Ottoman here, and I just totally forgot to reveal it to you guys. But this is actually a Louis Vuitton book. This is the Virgil Abloh book. So this has his designs that he did, you know, up until his passing, essentially, I think it would have been, or up until everything that had been released to his passing. So it's got all his stuff in here, and he was such an amazing designer, but also a really great human being. So it's really unfortunate that Virgil did pass away, and especially now we're doing these deep dives in the fashion industry, I could see that Virgil was a really great person. Like, there's absolutely nothing I could say bad about him. He was a great human being. Even when he passed, he was actually struggling with cancer, and he didn't want anyone to even know about it because he didn't want people to take pity on him. He was a fabulous designer, but he was also a fabulous person with a really good soul and a good heart. And there's a lot of evil in the fashion industry. Like, there's a lot of evil. It kind of makes you sometimes, it makes me sometimes, you know, second guess my choices in terms of like being into fashion, but I now try to buy from brands that are like good, or at the very least, hardly sinister. Got some kind of rating scale. But anyways, yeah, so just flicking through a little bit. That's it there. It's a really great book to own if you kind of want something as like a collector piece. And the men's department was so lucky to have him, seriously. It would have been great if we had a Virgil. If we had Virgil, it would have been great for the women's department. There is another cover which has got like the balloon on it, but I actually really wanted this one because it's got, you know, his designs that were on the like nano keepall when he did that collection. I'm not 100% sure of the name. Here's some more on the back, but I recognize them from being on like the nano keepall and the SLGs and stuff like that. I think it's actually cheaper to get this from maybe a bookstore. So if that's the case and I can link it down below, then I will. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.